Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and to change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 by 60. 60. Pass all 80. 19 Lions.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Come on. 19 Tiger. Pass to 60. Unlock line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from Texas Tech. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Kemp. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 17 yards out. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kent. And that'll be incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Okay, ready?
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Kent. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. And Mitchell from 6 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Colts 14, Titans 7.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18 target. 18 target. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Ready,
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Dudley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Kent. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
At the 47-yard
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
12 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Kent. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
12 yards to go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Kent. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Kent. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
19, Tiger.
This is Young on the carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Kent got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Back to throw. Kent. He'll try to do it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's good for a Titans first down. A gain of 14.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short throw taken in by a Okonkwo. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
47-yard line.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
60, trap 60. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Panther 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kent. There's Chris Olave. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Olave. His first touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
18 Cardinal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Get it. 19, 18. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Cowboy 80. Look at 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity just want to ride there on a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jay.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. That's another incomplete to Mitchell. He's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The pass caught by Olave. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready!
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Go.
He'll look to throw. Looking right side, it's complete. He's got options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 19.
They'll try the left side. Bridges. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And fights through one man. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throw left side complete. That's Clark. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Kent. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Let's go now.
They'll run on 1st down. Bridges. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
On the double. 18, 5 in. 3, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Down. Rocco 80.
Looking to throw. Looking low, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
19
brings up 2nd and 9. At the Colts 10.
They bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw again. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
19 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows of the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chimere Dike from 4 yards out. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Colts 28, Titans 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Operating from the gun, Kent. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He's across midfield.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dudley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. The throw's going to be caught.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Another Colts first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dudley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
18, 5 in. Here we go, set. Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man in the crossing route.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
70 range. 70 ready. 70 Timberwolf. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 35, Titans 28.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
Now 2nd and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a handoff up the middle. Dudley. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Kent. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Back to throw. Kent to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere.
He was brought down by
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
They'll run again.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, they'll take them when they can get them right about now, as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So